Hello to whoever is watching. If you are keeping up with the beauty industry as I am, you must know that today Unearthly Cosmetics launched their Resurgence collection in collaboration with Heather Austin. I will put a picture right here. This collection has 3 pieces, an eyeshadow palette, a highlighter duo, and a gloss. And I am not planning on picking it up. And I thought I would look into my collection and see what else I have that has similar vibes so I can use those products instead. Let's discuss the reason I decided not to pick up this collection. I think this collection is geared more towards fans of Heather Austin and also the fans of Unearthly Cosmetics. By fans, I mean people who collect things that Heather Austin or Unearthly Cosmetics puts out. I have watched Heather Austin for a while now. I think she puts out good content that I'm interested in, and she seems like a good person. So, nothing against her, but I wanted to skip on this collection because I already have a lot of things to go through, and also the color story didn't seem perfect for me personally. The combination of bright mattes with murky multichromes or shimmers is just something that I know I will probably not reach for. The one thing that I did like about the collection though was the outer packaging, the beetle theme. That was gorgeous, but that is about it for me. The rest of the items were not perfect for my taste, basically. Let's get into the makeup application portion of this video, in which I will apply some of the products that I have here in front of me to create similar vibes as the Resurgence collection. Let's get into it. Let's start with the lip gloss that's in the collection. As per my understanding, the lip gloss is clear with multicolored sparkles or multichromatic sparkles. So I have quite a few of those in my collection, mostly from ColourPop, because I would probably never purchase that kind of a gloss, but I've purchased full collections, and often in those collections ColourPop has these sort of glosses that can fit everyone's taste, basically. So the first one I want to mention is from this collection. This was son of a bitch. Why does this happen? Hold. I had forgotten that I took off this plastic cover and everything fell out. So anywho, this was the Flying Colors Liquid Lipstick Vault from a few years ago. This was one of their holiday collections, I believe. And this had the perfect shade, this one, that I'm wearing on my lips right now. This gloss has a blue-pink shifting sparkle. Close enough. I bet if you go to ColourPop's website right now, you can find similar glosses. Another one that I want to mention is from the Hocus Pocus 2 collection. This is another one that came inside a collection from ColourPop. This also has multicolored shimmers in it. I can see orange and purple and white, keeping in theme with Halloween, which was when this collection was released. Another one that I have here is from the Harry Potter collection. It is the Elle Lovegood Luxe Gloss. This one is, actually I didn't notice it closely before, but now that I'm looking at it, it shifts golden to blue and pink. It has blue and pink sparkle in there, so this is another good alternative. Another one that I have in my mind, I don't have it with me, but I do own it, is the one from Disney's Frozen collection that ColourPop did. That was also a little while ago. It had also a white gloss in the Elsa collection box. That was also gorgeous. It had gorgeous multichromatic shimmers in it. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the cheek duo that they have in this collection. As per the videos that I have seen, One of them is like a cranberry color shifting to a bronze, and I have a similar one from Unearthly Cosmetics here in my stash. This is the Unearthly Cosmetics Surrender palette. This is from their Valentine's Collection mystery box. This is the glowing blush palette. I think this color called Passionate is close enough, and it does shift a little bit bronze and is a nice cranberry color. I think this will be very similar on the cheek, and I'm going to use it as a blush. The one from the Resurgence collection is more of a highlighter formula. If I'm not wrong, this is more of a blush. But it's a glowing blush, so I think close enough. That one may have a little bit more sparkle. There we go. In the highlighter duo, there is an iridescent kind of shade that shows up quite pink on the cheek, and I thought a good alternative might be the Scooby-Doo highlighter duo from Glamlight, and the top shade is what I am referring to. This looks green right now, but it's quite pink on the side. There, you can see the pink. These ones from Glamlight were very shifty and absolutely gorgeous. But more of a dispersed sparkle, or a dispersed shimmer, if you will, like the one from the Resurgence palette, as per the videos that I have watched. There, do we like it? I think it looks good. Pretty much what I was going for. Now let's move into the eyeshadow part. So this is the eyeshadow palette. It is a gorgeous palette, no doubt, but I think I have something that I prefer a little bit more, and that is the Nomad Cosmetics Monteverde palette. Looks like this. Now, this palette is not an exact dupe by any means, but the combination of colors, like the bright colors in here, combined with some murky shimmers that are also kind of duochromes, that reminds me of the Resurgence palette. What I want to do is create a look that I've seen a few people do with their Resurgence palette and see how that turns out. Another palette that I want to compare to the Resurgence palette is Unearthly Cosmetics The Weirdos. Now, this palette has bright colors, the pink and the red, especially the pink and the red, and there is a green, but in the Resurgence palette, the green is a lot more brighter, more neon. However, this palette has 3 of these darker shimmers, the one in the corner here, this one right here, and this one. And also it has a matte black, whereas the one in Resurgence palette is more of a black with shimmer. And here is a shimmer, whereas the one in the Resurgence palette is a satin white, if I remember correctly. So I think this is close enough. I think I will combine the Nomad palette and this one to make the look. Let's start with this bright green color. And I'm going to put it in the inner half of the crease. I have primed my lids. I saw an influencer combine the pink and the blue to create a purple color, so I'm going to do that in the outer half. Now let's put on some shimmer. I think this one might go, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's just put it on. As far as I remember, there was a shade similar to this one that Heather Austin was wearing in her reveal video. I'm not sure if it was exactly like this or just a little similar, because obviously I don't have the palette to compare it, but I think I'm gonna go with this. And then I'm also going to use this shade called Cloud Canopy, just to add a little bit more dimension. I think there is either a taupe or a gunmetal gray in that palette. First, let's put Magical Mist on the outer half. Now let's put Cloud Canopy in the inner 1/3 of the lid. This is sort of a taupey shimmer, kind of gunmetal. Close enough. Now let's put Green Mountain, just a little dab in the center to give it some depth. I don't think there's a bright green shimmer like this one in the palette, but I just wanted to add something extra from the Nomad palette. Next, let's go into the shade here from the Weirdos palette. This is Feather. This is, ooh, this is kind of an iridescent. I thought this was just a white with a gold shimmer, but it's kind of shifting pink as well. So that's interesting. I prefer this to a white satin, definitely. I'm going to do liner and lashes and be back in a sec. So is this look giving bug vibes? I think it is. Very beetly and very nature and murky with the brights in the crease. I really like it. But like I expected, I did not need the collection or the palette to make this look. That may even be true for any new launch that comes out. But yes, I needed a reason to dissuade myself and hopefully others from purchasing things that they may be iffy about or things that they can't afford, so they won't get FOMO. Look into your collection. You may already have things that you can play around with and create similar looks. But if you looked at this collection and you were like, I need this in my life, then probably no one will be able to dissuade you. However, if you were on the fence and wondering whether you really need it, chances are this video should have made up your mind. That is all for my video today. If you are interested in this kind of content, stay tuned. I will be making more. I am going to do a brand review of Unearthly Cosmetics very soon, where I will detail my experience with the brand as a customer and why I may not be buying from them for a little while. That is all, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.